A union representing 80,000 coal workers, the United Mine Workers of America, they're calling on West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin to reconsider his stance to oppose the Build Back Better bill offered by President Joe Biden. They released a statement, and this is what they said. The United Mine Workers and Senator Joe Manchin have a long and friendly relationship. We remain grateful for his hard work to preserve the pensions and health care of our retirees across the nation, including thousands in West Virginia. He has been at our side as we have worked to preserve coal miners' jobs in a changing energy marketplace, and we appreciate that very much. The Build Back Better legislation includes several items that we believe are important for our members and their communities, some of which are part of the UMWA's Principles for Energy Transition we laid out last spring. For those and other reasons, we're disappointed that the bill will not pass. We urge Senator Manchin to revisit his opposition to the legislation and work with his colleagues to pass something that will help keep coal miners working and having meaningful impact on our members, their families, and their communities. Joining us right now is Jean Evans-Moore. She is the tri-chair of the West Virginia chapter of the Poor People's Campaign, and she says they've been trying for quite some time to get this union on board. Jean, welcome to Roland Martin Unfiltered.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
So take us through this process. What have y'all been doing to try to get, y'all of course been waiting for this statement from the Mine Workers of America?
What we've been doing, as you said, you were talking about it last night, we have been working on trying to get Manchin around to being what he needs to be for some time. One of the things we always do, we are contacting various organizations to get them to come on board to be supportive of us. What I found out here in West Virginia, couldn't find coal miners. And I talked to somebody who's very involved in the coal mining community in Logan and thought, okay, he could do it. He says, not a coal miner. They will not. What happened with Cecil Roberts speaking up, I think, I haven't any doubt, it's going to be a whole change. I do expect to be able to find coal miners who will be able to talk, who will be able to speak up, who will be able to tell the world what is going on with them. That's what we do. We'd like people to speak for themselves rather than someone speaking for them. So I'm really excited about this, really.
Look, the point that we were talking about here is that in order to get to Manchin, you got to get the people who he needs and who he supported in the past. And the bottom line is, many of these coal workers, at the end of the day, look, Manchin can keep trying to say, fighting to keep coal going, but it's a dwindling and a dying industry. It's Absolutely. A dying industry. And so what their statement also said is that, look, they're trying to protect future jobs, and this bill does that.
Right. I think Manchin was so busy lying, setting up things, that he just simply forgot to read this. He forgot to read what's in this bill and the things that Cecil Roberts pointed out, because they are to help miners. That's where he gets lots of his money from, as you know. About $1 million a year. So he gets through that organization that I think he and his son set up. He makes a hell of a lot of money off that. So I think he did it to himself. And I think it's probably because of his greed that he didn't even notice what he was doing to his pocket.
He keeps saying that you cannot support a bill that is bad for West Virginians, yet thousands have been signing petitions, been writing letters. You've had caravans. Yes. Y'all have been outside. And so don't you find it interesting that he keeps saying that that West Virginians don't support it? Yet, according to polling data, nearly 65 to 70% of West Virginia voters support the Build Back Better plan. So who is he talking about?
It's that little game that's up in his head that he might be talking to his corporate sponsors, his billionaires. And there's some guy that I think I've read that he has a weekly phone call with. He's talking to them. And you know how people tell you what you want to hear? So therefore, he's had to make up stuff. He's had to make up stuff about West Virginia. Of course, he's lying. Loads of us, we are calling, we are texting. We've been doing that for months. It's a regular thing. He wasn't talking to West Virginians. He was talking about West Virginia. And the comments that he made about people, I don't embarrass easily, but damn, oh, daggum, he should not have stepped out of what's a particular zone that he should be in as a public servant. What he's doing is putting down people who don't need that instead of helping raise us, helping to do all the kinds of things he could do for West Virginia. That man has a job that was Senator Byrd's, as you know. I don't see any similarity between his actions and Senator Byrd's. It's just the opposite. Senator Byrd went out for West Virginia. Senator Byrd's name is roads, buildings, or whatever. I don't think Joe Manchin's name will be. If it is, I don't think it'll be up very long. I'm glad to see Cecil Roberts stood up, spoke up, and brought to the attention of lots of people. I don't think many people, I think there are probably a lot of people who didn't realize the details for the coal miners that are in here. So we've been educated.
I'm looking at Huffington Post has a story where an activist, Joanna Vance, said that Manchin complained that he was aware of some person, one individual who said that their daughter was using the child tax payments to buy crack, and so that is sort of led for him to say people are using this for drugs. So what one person, one story you hear, and so you use that to say, so let me just screw over every single person who is in America who's receiving the child tax credit?
He has shown us what he really is and how narrow he is. How very narrow. It's like, I found myself saying often, I'm older than he is. One of the things that older people used to say, you need to be popped upside your head. It's kind of like knocking some sense in your head, because that's where he is. There doesn't seem to be any. And as I say, to me, and I think to other people too, this is a big thing when you're voting against something that is to support your own things, people that put money in your pocket. Poor People's Campaign doesn't quit. We are going to be busy. We're going to be busy very soon. And that's the way it is, because we don't quit. We don't give up. This is a light. This is a big light into what was kind of a dark looking situation. And as far as I'm concerned, as far as I can see, it has to do with the fact that, sometimes people read things, but they forget to read the fine print. I'm not saying this was in fine print. I don't know. But it looks like something that he and I'm not going to blame it on his staff, because he should have known what the hell he was talking about or shut his mouth. Somebody missed something that's very important. And this group is big enough to have brought it out. And I think and I hope other national groups will be able and willing to step up to the plate now. What I'm hearing about this isn't very good. How it's functioning with Wall Street and all of that he's thought he seemed to be protecting or whatever. Looks like his understanding wasn't what he wants you to believe it was. The facts are coming out.
All right. Gene Evans-Moore, tri-state leader of the Poor People's Campaign in West Virginia. We certainly appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
And we expect to see you in West Virginia, Roland. We'll make you an honorary West Virginia, and I will send you one of these T-shirts. Well, I will send you one of these T-shirts. I'll just kind of come up with a size for you, okay?
All right, that's not a problem. Well, just send the 2X. Well, probably after I get out of this quarantine, I'll probably be down to XL. Look forward to seeing y'all, and keep the pressure, keep the great work going in West Virginia.
We thank you very much for this opportunity to let the rest of the world know what's going on. I think West Virginians will finally have the ability to speak up for themselves now, I think more people will get off their couch.
All right. We certainly hope that happens. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. Folks, Black Star Network is here.
Hold no punches.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Black power.
Support this man, Black media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
Thank you for being the voice of Black America, Roland.
Stay black. I love y'all.
All momentum we have now, we have to keep this going.
The video looks phenomenal.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and black-owned media and something like CNN.
You can't be black-owned media and be scared.
It's time to be smart.
Bring your eyeballs home.
You dig?